Welcome to the English Hub podcast. I'm Anna.
And I'm Alex. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic: how to expand your vocabulary quickly and effectively.
Vocabulary is crucial for improving your English skills, and we'll cover practical strategies to help you enhance your word bank.
We'll break it down into manageable segments and provide actionable tips you can start using today. Let's get started. Segment 1. Importance of expanding vocabulary.
So, Alex, why do you think expanding our vocabulary is so essential for English learners?
Great question, Anna. A rich vocabulary helps us communicate more clearly and effectively. It allows us to express our thoughts with precision and understand others better.
Absolutely. For example, having a broad vocabulary means you can choose the right word for any situation, which makes your communication more impactful.
And it's not just about speaking. A good vocabulary improves your reading comprehension and writing skills as well. When you encounter new words in texts, understanding them in context helps you grasp the overall meaning more easily.
That's right. Plus, expanding your vocabulary can boost your confidence. When you know you have the words to express yourself, you're more likely to participate in conversations and discussions.
It's also worth noting that a good vocabulary is essential for academic and professional success. Many standardized tests, like the TOEFL or IELTS, have sections that specifically test vocabulary knowledge.
And in the workplace, a strong vocabulary can help you communicate more professionally and effectively with colleagues and clients.
So, expanding your vocabulary isn't just about learning new words. It's about enhancing your overall communication skills and boosting your confidence in using the language. Segment 2. Techniques for quick vocabulary expansion.
Now that we understand the importance of vocabulary, let's dive into some techniques for quickly expanding it. One of my favorite methods is using flashcards. They're portable, easy to use, and great for regular practice.
Flashcards are excellent, especially when you use spaced repetition. This method involves reviewing words at increasing intervals to help with long-term retention.
Another effective technique is reading widely. Reading books, articles, blogs, and even social media in English exposes you to new words in context, making them easier to remember and use.
Yes, reading is fantastic because it also helps you see how words are used in different contexts and grammatical structures. And don't forget about listening to English podcasts, watching movies, and listening to music. These can help you pick up new vocabulary naturally.
That's a great point. Listening to English content helps with pronunciation and context. Vocabulary apps are another useful tool. Apps like Anki, Quizlet, and Memrise offer interactive ways to learn and review new words.
Absolutely. These apps often include features like games and quizzes, which make learning fun and engaging. And speaking of fun, playing word games like Scrabble or doing crossword puzzles can also help expand your vocabulary.
Engaging with the language in different ways keeps learning interesting. And remember, it's important to use new words in your daily life. Try to incorporate them into your conversations and writing.
Yes, active usage is key. The more you use a word, the more likely you are to remember it. Joining online forums or language exchange groups can provide opportunities to practice new vocabulary in real-life situations. Segment 3. Effective vocabulary learning strategies.
Let's move on to some strategies to make vocabulary learning more effective. One strategy I recommend is learning words in context. Instead of memorizing lists of words, try to understand how each word is used in sentences and conversations.
That's a great strategy, Anna. Understanding the context helps you grasp the meaning and usage of a word. Another effective strategy is to categorize words. Group them by themes, such as food, travel, or business.
Categorizing words helps you create associations, making them easier to remember. Repetition is another crucial strategy. Regularly revisiting new words helps reinforce your memory.
Right. And using mnemonic devices can also be very helpful. Mnemonics are memory aids that create associations with familiar concepts or images.
For example, to remember the word gregarious, you could think of a gregarious person as someone who is gregarious Greg, who loves to socialize. These associations make words stick in your mind.
Another tip is to keep a vocabulary journal. Write down new words along with their definitions, example sentences, and any associations you create. Review this journal regularly.
Yes, a vocabulary journal is a great tool. It not only helps you keep track of new words, but also allows you to see your progress over time. And don't forget to practice speaking. Use new words in conversations to reinforce your learning.
Engaging in conversations, even if it's just with yourself, can help solidify your understanding of new vocabulary. Try to use new words in different contexts to deepen your understanding. Segment 4. Practical exercises and activities.
Now, let's talk about some practical exercises and activities you can do to expand your vocabulary. One exercise is the Word of the Day challenge. Each day, pick a new word and try to use it in as many sentences as possible throughout the day.
That's a fun challenge. Another activity is to read a variety of materials. Diversify your reading by including different genres and subjects. This exposes you to a wider range of vocabulary.
Yes, and you can also practice writing. Try to incorporate new words into your writing assignments, whether it's an essay, a diary entry, or even a social media post.
Engaging in language exchange or conversation clubs is another excellent way to practice new vocabulary. Speaking with native speakers or fellow learners gives you real-life practice.
And don't forget about online resources. There are many websites and apps that offer vocabulary-building exercises, games, and quizzes. They can make learning more interactive and fun.
Another practical activity is to set specific vocabulary goals. For example, aim to learn 10 new words each week and use them in sentences. Setting goals keeps you motivated and focused.
Yes, goal setting is powerful. You can also make use of flashcards and vocabulary apps to test yourself regularly. The key is to make learning a part of your daily routine.
Absolutely. Consistency is essential. Make a habit of learning and reviewing new words daily. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes. Q&A section.
We've received some great questions from our listeners. Let's dive into them.
Our first question is from Sarah. How can I remember complex vocabulary words better?
Great question, Sarah. Using mnemonics and creating associations with familiar concepts can help with remembering complex words. For example, you can link a difficult word to a visual image or a personal story.
Next, we have a question from David. Are there any specific apps you recommend for vocabulary building?
Yes, David. Apps like Anki, Quizlet, and Memrise are excellent for building vocabulary. They offer interactive features such as flashcards and quizzes, which can enhance your learning experience.
Our final question is from Maria. How do I avoid getting overwhelmed by trying to learn too many new words at once?
That's a common concern, Maria. It's best to focus on a manageable number of words and practice them until you're comfortable before adding more. Start with 5 to 10 new words each week and gradually increase as you become more confident.
Remember, quality over quantity. It's better to thoroughly learn a few words than to skim through many. Conclusion and recap.
To wrap up, we've discussed several effective techniques and strategies for expanding your vocabulary quickly.
We covered using flashcards, reading widely, engaging with media, and more. We also shared practical exercises and answered some great listener questions.
We hope you found these tips helpful. Remember, consistent practice is key. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Learning is a process.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the English Hub podcast. Don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review. Oito, outro.
If you have any more questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to reach out to us.
Follow us on social media for updates and more English learning tips. Until next time, keep learning and practicing. See you in the next episode.